Rest in peace to the brother, Mac Miller, to the late, great Mac Miller. YouTube, I do not own the copyrights to that awesome, motivational, inspirational song, Self-Care. I'm treating me right. Family, I want to welcome you to the Darius Corbin Mystery School, the home of the esoteric and metaphysical knowledge. I promise you out there, it's going to be amazing, healing presentation. Let me say that again. This is going to be amazing, self-healing presentation. You can watch this video by yourself. You can watch it with your family. But I promise you, this is going to be a self-healing presentation. Before we get started, hit the like button, subscribe. I want to welcome you. If this is your first time, have a seat. If you and your whip, tune it up. But this is the Darius Corbin Mystery School. Once again, the home of the esoteric and the metaphysical gnosis or knowledge. Now, I'm not going to tarry on too long, but this world that we live in, chaos, disharmony, confusion, a lot of misguidance. There's an old saying, you would never know where you're going if you don't know where you have been. We have to understand that our ancestors have paved the way, has left information, not just for the external, but also for the inner work that will become who we are in this age of Aquarius. To my church and religious people, so much love and respect for you guys. Your world will soon be turned upside down, around and around. And why is that, Corbin? Because everything that you have been taught in your churches has been from an external perspective. But when you look deep into the gnosis, into the knowledge that Jesus was giving you in your Bible, you will truly understand that he was trying to tell you that everything you need to survive in this chaotic world will be found within you. There's many passages within these Bible scriptures that allude to what Christ was telling you is that all you have to do is go within yourself, reach higher vibrations, and you will truly discover who the Christ is. I will tell you right now, the biggest issue in church, one of the biggest issues, is that we, for decades, centuries, have been only talking about a Father God, Father and Son. Why is that? Because most of us have been living in this Western civilization where it is only patriarchal movement. They have defiled, tried to destroy, and disrespect the energy of a matriarchal movement. And now, with the cosmic Christ, with the Christ consciousness that is now arriving in the age of Aquarius, a lot of us will be reintroduced to Mama, the cosmic mother, the great mother. And Mama has a lot of kids right now representing for her. I am one of them. So when you hear me say, I am the messenger of the divine Christ, know that I am here to awaken, to activate, to raise the Kundalini within you to the crown chakra. Are you ready? Now, before I start this amazing presentation, I'm going to just take a quick sip of my tea here. Don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button. Did you know that us as human beings, we have 4 brains? Did you know that? We have 4 brains. A lot of us have only been focusing on one, and we're going to name that one. But you know this presentation is all about the solar plexus, right? And some of you are now just hearing about the solar plexus. What is that? Don't worry, we're going to get to that. But did you know that human beings have 4 brains? Well, what are the 4 brains, you may ask? The first one, the cerebrum. That's the first brain. The cerebrum. Now, Cerebrum. Number 2, the cerebellum. The second brain that we have, the cerebellum. That's Cerebellum. For those who watch The Waterboy, shout out to Adam Sandler, you have heard of this third brain that we have, the medulla oblongata. You remember when he was going back and forth, when the Waterboy was going back and forth with the teacher who looks like Colonel Sanders, KFC guy. So the third brain is the medulla oblongata. Well, what is the fourth brain? Well, the fourth brain is going to be what we're going to be talking about today, and that is the solar plexus, or the abdominal brain, also known as the center of the vegetation life, the powerhouse of the physical energy, the sympathetic nervous system, and also known as the seat of physical life. Now, for those who did not know before, now you know that we have 4 brains within our human bodies: the cerebrum, the cerebellum, the medulla oblongata, and the solar plexus. Now, out of all those, they all are important in their own light. But the solar plexus, which is right about here, we're going to read more about it, do your research, of course, is your emotional brain. How many of you ever been walking? They say, you see maybe a snake, and then that feeling gets in the pit of your stomach. Or say you're in an argument. Maybe you're with your spouse and you guys have a dispute. You guys argue. Then there's that feeling, that feeling in the pit of your stomach. That's your solar plexus. We're going to find out how important that is today. And for all my people who have been dealing with depression, stress, built-in anger, things that we don't want to talk about as a people but must be talked about, we're going to have an answer for you today. So once again, before I get started, I'm only 9 minutes in. Hit the like button, subscribe, and welcome all to the Darius Corbin Mystery School. You ready? Let's go. The ultimate guide to solar plexus chakra healing for complete beginners. All right, I hope y'all are listening. You ready? It's going to be a good one. The solar plexus chakra is known as the luxurious gem, an energy center within our bodies because it shines brightly like the sun when balanced. Question, folks. Have you ever experienced great confidence, an inner drive in your life? This was likely when your solar plexus chakra was healthy, harmonious, and functioning at its optimal state. Now listen, however, there are many habits, mindsets, and traumatic experiences in life that can cause your solar plexus chakra to become blocked, suppressed, or stagnant. If you have experienced a strict upbringing, raise your hands out there. A lot of you church people out there, I know you watching. Strict upbringing. How many of y'all had a strict upbringing? All right? Show of hands, I can see you. Family out there, how many of you have been bullied? What about Arthurian's parents or figures in your life? Arthurian parents or figures in your life. That's the Bluetooth going off. Mental, emotional, sexual, or physical abuse, or were conditioned as a child with disempowering ideologies such as religion, traditional, or social beliefs. You likely have an impaired solar plex chakra. And I want to make sure I use that word right. Authoritarian. That means parents who were using their authority to the extreme. So I'm going to read that again. Because if all these relate to you, then you want to sit back and listen to what's about to go down in this healing session tonight. Let me read that again. Have you ever experienced great confidence, an inner drive in your life? This was likely when your solar plexus chakra was healthy, harmonious, and functioned at its optimal state. But hold on. However, there are many habits, mindsets, and traumatic experiences in life that can cause your solar plexus chakra to become blocked. Remember, there are 7 chakras within our bodies, and they operate like wheels. From the root all the way down to the crown chakra, which is right about here. These are actually in your body. They don't tell you about that in church, but they do tell you about the 7 churches in St. John's Revelation. Those 7 churches are really your 7 chakras. Research it. These are some of the things that can cause your chakra, especially your solar plexus, which we're going to be talking about today, to be blocked. Listen up. There are many habits, mindsets, and traumatic experiences in life that can cause your solar plexus chakras to be blocked, or suppressed, or stagnant. If you have experienced a strict upbringing, many of you have. Bullying, many of you have. Authoritarian parents or figures in your life, mental, emotional, sexual, or physical abuse, or you were conditioned as a child with disempowering ideologies such as religious, traditional, or social beliefs. You likely have impaired solar plex chakras. Now, a lot of us are adults now. I'll be in my 40s in about 2 more years. I know a lot of people my age who have been through traumas, who has been through abuse, who have been through physical, verbal, and sexual abuse that have never got the healing that they needed. They get older, go through things in life, eventually have kids of their own, and pass those traumatic dramas DNA genetically on to their kids. And they continue on and continue on because they never had a chance to heal. Their family, when they were young, swept so much stuff under the rug that nobody came together as a family to address what you were going through. Am I right? These may be uncomfortable conversations, but we now, in the age of Aquarius, must address these situations. You are wondering why you are angry all the time, or depressed all the time, or your chakras are blocked and they can't operate properly all the time, is because the trauma that you went through as a child, hear me now, the trauma you went through as a child never has been resolved. You think it might have been resolved, but all you did was put it under the rug, and all that dirt, dust, lint has just built up, and it caused sicknesses in your life, dis-ease, which when they never get fixed, it becomes a disease. Are you with me? This is why I'm saying you can watch this video by yourself with no judgment, or you can watch it with your family. But we need to talk about this now, family. If we want to talk about Christ, the true Christ, the Christ that is within, waiting for you to rise for a higher vibration so you can reap the benefits. Because all you need is that seed, that faith of a mustard seed. What is, let's continue going on. This guide will help you begin your own unique process of undergoing solar plexus chakra healing. Let's continue going on. What is the solar plexus chakra? Let's go. The solar plexus chakra, or Manipura, that's spelled Manipura, is the center of our willpower, self-esteem, and energy of transformation, located about 6 inches above your belly button. And you can Google 6 inches above your belly button, and you can see where the solar plexus lies. 6 inches above your belly button within your diaphragm. The solar plexus chakra is associated with the color yellow and the element of fire. This chakra is responsible for regulating the energy associated with action, intention, identity, and vitality. Let's go in. I won't tarry on too long, I promise you. But this must be heard. What is solar plexus chakra healing? Solar plexus chakra healing is the practice of opening, clearing, cleansing, supporting, and strengthening the solar plexus chakra within our bodies. Solar plexus chakra healing involves using a number of holistic remedies such as aromatherapy, sound, crystal, movement, and emotional therapy to reestablish harmony within the body, mind, organism. Now, there may be some people watching right now like, man, I don't need all that yoga stuff. That's yoga stuff. You think that's yoga stuff? Church people, you think that's yoga stuff? This is why I tell people to do your research. Don't be afraid to pick up a book. Christians, do not be afraid to do thorough research on who Jesus was. Those lost years that you talk about of your Jesus, he was in Egypt learning magical rites. He was in Egypt being initiated, just like Moses, just like Aaron, just like Paul, just like Pythagoras. He was in Tibet learning with the monks. Reiki is very powerful nowadays, and it's been powerful for quite some time. But Jesus was over there learning Reiki. Research Kriya Yoga. I believe it's Kriya Yoga. These are all the practices that Jesus was doing, learning, and teaching in those lost years that you talk about that he had between, 13 and 33, I believe it was? 12 and 33? 17 signs of an unhealthy solar plex chakra. We're about to read 17 signs that you have an unhealthy solar plexus chakra. This is about to get good too. Once again, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We're not playing today. I am a divine messenger of Christ. Whether you want to admit it, whether you feel some type of way about me saying it, it is what it is. And it feels amazing because people are waking up. My sisters are waking up. My brothers are waking up. The divine energy within you is waking up. Do not feel like you're by yourself in this world. Do not feel like you're back against the wall. Activate the Christ within you. That's what Jesus was trying to tell you. That's what Muhammad was trying to tell you. Krishna was trying to tell you. 17 signs. Let's go. Here are some signs to look out for. Now listen, if you're watching this and after I read these 17, this had nothing to do with you, please, you can cut this off and go to another YouTube channel where the ignorance and the confusion is. We're here trying to heal people. I'm here waking people's minds for them to know that they are greater. Put your ego aside. Open your heart. Open your ears. Are you ready? These are 17 signs that you have an unhealthy solar plexus. Number 1, you constantly feel fatigued and lazy. Number 2, you have a problem with overeating and overindulgence. Number 3, you tend to manipulate others to get what you want, or you frequently feel powerless and weak. Let's go on. You tend to be a bully or overly dominating others around you, or you feel insecure and unassertive. Let me read that again. You tend to be a bully or overly dominating others around others, or you feel insecure and unassertive. Next one, you lack self-confidence in most areas of your life. The next one, you tend to seek approval from other people, i.e., you're a people pleaser. You have low self-esteem, or you have an excessively inflated sense of self, i.e., a big ego. Let's go on. Your body temperature is usually very cold or very hot. You have addicted tendencies. Next one, you struggle to set boundaries around other people. Let's read that again. You struggle to set or to set boundaries around other people. Listen to this one. You suffer from a digestive system disorder such as IBS, ulcers, hypoglycemia, and I may be spelling that right, HYPOGLYCEMIA, diabetes, or etc. You suffer from frequent gas, constipation, or stomach upset. And lastly, you have excessive weight around the stomach, i.e., a pot belly. Any of these 17 sound familiar to you? Let's continue going on. How many of these signs can you relate to in this list, family? I got a little time today, so I'll go back again. I don't mind. I know you watching. I know you listening. We're here together as a family. Nothing to be shy about. Let me read that one more time. 17 signs that you have an unhealthy solar plexus chakra. Number 1, you constantly feel fatigued and lazy. Hard for you to get out of bed sometimes. You don't feel like doing nothing. Next one, you have a problem with overeating and overindulgence. Next, you tend to manipulate others to get what you want, or you frequently feel powerless and weak. The next one, you tend to be a bully or overly dominating around others, or you feel insecure and unassertive. Next, you lack self-confidence in most areas of life. Next, you tend to seek approval from other people, i.e., you are a people pleaser. You have low self-esteem, or you have an excessively inflated sense of self, i.e., a big ego. Next, your body temperature is usually very hot or very cold. Next, you have addictive tendencies. Next, you struggle to sin or to set boundaries around other people. Instead of walk all over you. You tend to form codependent relationship with others. Next, you suffer from a digestive system disorder such as IBS, ulcers, hypoglycemia or glycemia, and diabetes, etc. You suffer from frequent gas, constipation, or stomach upset. You have excessive weight around the stomach, i.e., you have a pot belly. Ask this question one more time. How many of these signs can you relate to in that list? Now, do you have a deficient or excessive solar plexus chakra? Listen up. Did you know that there are actually 2 types of chakra imbalances? While a deficient solar plexus chakra is passive or energetically numb, An excessive solar plexus chakra is energetically aggressive or maniac. Here's a breakdown of the difference between the two. Deficient equals lifeless, sluggish, passive, blocked, inwards, not enough energy flows in. An excessive one means you're lively, agitated, reactive, aggressive, outwards, too much energy flows in. Therefore, if you have a deficient solar plexus chakra, you would be more prone to issues such as fatigue, low self-esteem, and poor willpower. Or on the other hand, if you have an excessive solar plexus chakra, you would be prone to egotism, controlling behaviors, and addictions that numb you. The question is, what type of imbalance do you have? It's also possible to fall somewhere in the middle. Now, before I go in, I want you to sit back and think for a moment. We know that life can throw us curveballs sometimes. Life is crazy. Life can be crazy. But let's think about the beginning of the presentation. When I said, and I want you to think about this as you're reading, when they said there are many habits, mindsets, and traumatic experiences in life that can cause your solar plexus chakra to become blocked, suppressed, or stagnant. If you have experienced a strict upbringing, how many of you have experienced that? Raise your hands, I can see you. Nod your head, it's all good. How many of you have been bullied, whether in school or in your family? Be honest. What about authoritarian parents? Parents that order you around. Some even still order you around at your grown age. It never stopped from childhood all the way. Parents or figures in your life. Mental, you've been through mental issues, emotional issues, sexual or physical abuse, or was conditioned as a child with disempowering ideologies such as religion and traditional or social beliefs. And if you're a church person right now, like disempowering ideologies such as religion, how can religion play a part? Because you are told to worship this. You are told to obey. You are told to only look out one window when there's many windows of opportunity and knowledge being presented to you. So religion has told you not to do this. Don't dress this way. Obey this God this way. And you have never questioned it. Why? Because Big Mama and Pop-Pop told you this is how it's going to go. So your whole life has been directed in one way. That's an issue. Whether you want to admit it or not. These are going to cause your chakras to be blocked because you're not having the willpower. We are given free will by the true God, by the true divine. And if you don't use your free will, if you're letting people dictate your life and you don't have any say in your life, your chakra is blocked. Not just the solar plexus, but this is one of the main ones. This is one of the 1 out of 4 brains that we have in our body. And this is one of the emotional ones. One of the most powerful ones that's really connected to your heart. Your stomach is a brain in itself. But don't worry, because we are focused on healing. Now, we're about to give you 18 solar plexus chakra healing practices. 18 solar plexus chakra healing practices. There is light at the end of the tunnel. So what does a healthy and balanced solar plexus chakra look and feel like? When you have a clear, strong, and harmonious solar plexus chakra, you will firstly feel confident in yourself. You will no longer struggle with self-doubt or aggressive egotism, but instead, you'll feel comfortable in your own skin and you'll trust your abilities. And you will trust in your abilities. You'll come to understand that you have the power of choice, i.e., the power to choose your mindset and therefore how you approach life and other people. You got that? This is your world. I don't care what other people are telling you. This is your world. Create your own world. Don't be stagnant. Don't be lazy. Something you want to do that's going to empower you, do it. Don't worry about nobody else's opinion on you. You are given free will to do what you want. Please do it. Not only will you feel more self-assured, but you will also have the energy and willpower needed to create healthy boundaries. I know a lot of people out right now, family is getting to you. You can't move because you're more worried about the opinions of family. You're worried about what your family going to think if you make this move. You're going to be more concerned about what your family think if you make that move. You got to get out of that, family. No longer. Now, you will no longer lapse into explosive or self-minimizing roles around others, but instead, you will stand your ground with respect for yourself and others. Your newly found energy will allow you to move out of lethargic and addictive patterns and instead carry out your goals and dreams with enthusiasm. You will feel energized, focused, empowered, and in alignment with life. How many of y'all are in this state where you're feeling stagnant, feeling bullied? This is for you. Empower yourself now. Let me read that again. Because there is hope. But you got to have faith in yourself. Faith is a real thing. You got to have faith in yourself. Before you ask God to do this for you, you got to meet him halfway, right? You got to do the action. You got to put in the work, the willpower. You just can't sit around and ask God to be doing this and doing this for you without you putting the work in. What is that? What are you doing? Who raised you? Give yourself the power and praise that you deserve first. Have faith in yourself. Let me read that one more time. When you have a clear, strong, and harmonious solar plexus chakra, you will firstly feel confident in yourself. You will no longer struggle with self-doubt or aggressive egotism. But instead, you'll feel comfortable in your own skin and you'll trust in your abilities. You'll come to understand that you have the power of choice, i.e. the power to choose your mindset and therefore how you approach life and other people. Not only will you feel more self-assured, but you will also have the energy and willpower needed to create healthy boundaries. You will no longer lapse into explosive or self-minimizing roles around others, but instead you'll stand your ground with respect for yourself and others. Your newly found energy will allow you to move out of lethargic and addictive patterns and instead carry out your goals and dreams with enthusiasm. You will feel energized, focused, empowered, and in alignment with your life. Sounds great, doesn't it? But remember, bringing about these changes doesn't just happen overnight. Nothing does. You will need to be sincere and patient in your dedication to cleanse the solar plexus, especially if it has been blocked for many years. Here are some of the best solar plexus chakra healing practices out there which will help you begin to heal this energetic center. Now, family, I told you, all hope ain't lost. This is the part that we're going to learn today that you're going to start to heal. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and if this video has brought you some type of healing, if just a little bit, then share it with people you may know. Share this video and pass this healing on. This is what Christ's energy is all about. You knowing the worth within you. That's what Christ was trying to tell you 2,000 years ago. Not to wait for some sky daddy to come down. My child, all your sins have been forgiven. But no. 2,000 years ago, he was telling you, you want to succeed, you want to be healed, you want to live a harmonious life, go within you, meditate. A lot of us pray. There's nothing wrong with prayer. That's when you're talking to God. But guess what? When you sit down and meditate, that's God talking to you. Let's go. Are you ready? Let's start this healing. Let me get my tea. I told you I'm not going to tarry on too long. This might be less than an hour. Maybe. But we're going to heal today, family. As a family. As a unified consciousness. Are you ready? All right. Number 1, break out of routine and take risk. Number 1, break out of a routine and take a risk. If you're doing the same thing all over again, all over again, waking up same time, doing this, this, that, and break out of that. Become adventurous. Do something that you haven't done in a while, or do something that you've never done. Empower yourself. Lethargic and safe routines only tend to perpetrate our feelings of powerlessness. Break the dull interior of your life and try something new. Step outside of your routine and go exploring, even if that means going to a different shopping center on your Saturday shopping trip. Even small breaks in routine will infuse you with energy and vitality. One small change can give you the motivation and renewed energy you need. Break out of your routine. If you drive the same way all the time, switch it up and go that way. Put a little spark in your life, a little spaz. Number 2, this is a great important one right here. Cut ties with critical and negative people. Cut ties with critical and negative people. This is self-explanatory, but is it? Some of us know exactly what we need to do in our life. But we let family, we let friends, so-called friends, and even associates gas us, put things in our heads so we're not even thinking for ourselves. These are toxic people, which make you toxic. You need to cut these ties. If you can't cut ties permanently with belittling and critical people, try your best to keep a distance from them. During this time of your life, you'll benefit from supportive people who will encourage you to grow, not unsupportive people who will drag you through the mud. Remember that the power is in your hands. It is up to you to decide who stays and who goes in your life. If someone is frequently discrediting, underrating, or bad-mouthing you, take steps to remove them from your life. God, we cannot stress this enough. Because some of us is 40, 50, 60 years old and you still have this problem. If it's not you, then you know somebody in your family that has that issue. They let what other people in their family or friends say, and they dictate every move. Afraid to make decisions on your own because you're afraid what my mom going to think, or you're afraid what your pop's going to think, or you're afraid what your mom going to think, or you're afraid what your siblings going to think. Life is about you making your moves for yourself. Help people where you can help people, but do not let it become toxicity. Okay? Yes? Number 3. Explore the biggest sources of resistance in your life. Explore the biggest source of resistance in your life. What are you constantly fighting against? What are you afraid of? What issues keep coming back in your life? When you ask these questions and discover the answer, you'll uncover the greatest source of energy loss in your life. The next step is to learn how to preserve your energy and stop the resistance. Ask yourself, what must I understand? Love or let go of what will free up my energy? Often those with blocked solar plexus chakras tend to invest huge amounts of energy towards fighting, avoiding, or suppressing something. Number 4, eat more of these foods. Now, it's an old saying, you are what you eat. We know this. Popeyes, Burger King, McDonald's. We all know now how some of this stuff is processed. I used to work at a restaurant. I'm not gonna. It's pretty good restaurant actually. And when I first started, they gave me a little tutorial video, and they said they make sure before they kill the cows, they make sure that the cows are happy, very happy. Why? Because once they kill them, that same energy before they die is going to go right through the food. And when you get that food and you eat it, it goes right through you. So if it's a happy-go-lucky animal, when it dies, that energy will be traveled through the food into your system. But if it's a tortured, abused animal, that energy goes right through the food to you. Think about that. Do your research if you don't believe me. It says, eat more of these foods. Now, eat whole grains such as rice, oats, spelt, and rye, which are all great for digesting. Try including more legumes, and that's legumes, in your diet, such as lentils, chickpeas, and beans. Add spices such as turmeric, ginger, cumin, and cinnamon to your food. And these spices are heating to the body. Also include yellow fruit and vegetables such as lemons, bananas, corn, pineapple, and yellow caspicums, and that's spelled Capsicums, into your eating plan. Number 4, once again, eat more of those foods. Number 5, get out and sun more. Get out and sun more. You notice in 2020 when that pandemic was around, the PDB was telling everybody to go in and stay in the house. When the sun was really at its most radiant. I ain't gonna speak too much on it. That's a whole nother channel. That's a whole nother YouTube video from this channel. But get out in the sun more. As the solar plexus chakra is represented by the element of fire, the sun is an immensely healing source of vitality. In fact, the less vitamin D you have in your life, the more prone you are to issues such as anxiety and depression. Did you know that? Take a simple morning walk in the sunshine or even relaxing in the afternoon sun with a good cup of tea, I got mine, get yours, is a powerful practice for the solar plexus chakra. I'm going to read that again. As the solar plexus chakra is represented by the element of fire, the sun is an immensely healing source of vitality. In fact, the less vitamin D you have in your life, the more prone you are to issues such as anxiety and depression. Taking a simple morning walk in the sunshine or even relaxing in the afternoon sun with a good cup of tea is a powerful practice for the solar plexus chakra. Go out in the sun more. Number 6, release any anger you store inside. This is very important. I know a lot of people, you see them in Walmart working. You see them in Family Dollars working. You see them in some of these places working. Angry for no reason. Just, how you doing? What are you angry for? You're hurting yourself by being that angry. Release any anger you store inside. You're only hurting yourself with that anger. When done in conjunction with grounding, releasing pent-up anger can help you to unblock your solar plexus quite rapidly. Our congested power is often expressed as blocked anger. Just think of the anger explosion of volcanoes. So when we release that anger, we can access the energy again. Try releasing your anger in a healthy way, such as through vigorous exercise, punching, kickboxing, dancing, singing, writing, crying, or expressing it through art. Number 7, take more of these cleansing herbs. Use herbs to help ground and clear the solar plexus, such as chamomile or chamomile. That's a T. That's chamomile. Rosemary, lemongrass, marshmallow leaf, and ginger. Got some ginger right here. One of the best ways to take herbs is to drink them as tea. For the solar plexus chakra, I recommend Buddhist tea, soothing and 100% organic solar plexus chakra tea, which you can buy here. Promotion. I am actually drinking a cup of this tea as we speak. I really am. I love that it's infused with the essence of citrine. When I was in Egypt in 2019, man, that's all they did was give me tea. On an hour, every hour. Drinking tea. It's amazing though. It relaxes the body, mind, body, and soul. Here we go. This is very important. All of them are very important, but number 8 is definitely very important. Stop seeing yourself as a victim. One of the most damaging mindsets carried by those with blocked solar plexus chakras is the notion that they are powerless and defenseless victims of life. If you carry this mentality, it will manifest as the tendencies to blame other people for your unhappiness. You might also find yourself constantly sacrificing your needs for others who don't always appreciate your efforts. This is called matriarch syndrome. That's Martyr syndrome. Stop playing the victim. I'll give you a story. My father has about 10 kids. Growing up, I used to always say, because my father was around, but he wasn't around when I was younger. And I was getting older, my teenagers, I would always say, oh, my pops love my brother more than me. And I wasn't the only sibling saying that. Oh, my pops love my brother more than me. And my pops, that's his pick. You ever heard that? Your mom or dad got a pick? And it may be true. But if you keep playing the victim, if you keep making excuses to why you can't grow and you're blaming that person, you're blaming your parents, or you're blaming them, instead of just taking that growth, taking that lesson and overcome it, grow over it, then it's going to stagnate you even more. We have to stop playing the victim. I know that for a lot of people out there, there has been traumatic issues within our life from childhood on. But if you don't address those, if you don't heal from those, you're going to constantly be playing the victim and you're never going to give yourself a chance to heal. You're always going to be blaming this person for your woes. Life happens, but you must grow. For some people, me saying this is going to be like, well, I was. Listen. You have to get outside of being a victim. Realize that this has happened to me, but I'm not going to let it affect my life. I'm going to grow. It was a lesson. Maybe been a harsh lesson, but it was a lesson. I'm going to have my faith. I'm going to empower myself. I'm not going to be in that dark corner. I'm going to rise above that. You must rise above the hurt. Are you understanding me? Stop playing the victim. Secretly, there is a lot of energy put into playing the victim, and it is a facade that must be maintained and reaffirmed every day. Did you hear me? Secretly, there is a lot of energy put into playing the victim, and it is a facade that must be maintained. You want to play the victim all your life? It's going to be a role you're going to play every day. You're going to keep up with that victim role, upgrade that victim role as you get older. It's a facade that must be maintained. You're putting more work into yourself trying to play the victim instead of healing yourself and rising above. If you see yourself as a person who is being victimized by someone else or something else, explore what it feels like to say no. Playing the victim is so attractive because it allows us to bypass the weight of self-responsibility. Let me read that again. I just felt good. Secretly, there is a lot of energy put into playing the victim, and it is a facade that must be maintained and reaffirmed every day. If you see yourself as a person who is being victimized by someone else or something else, explore what it feels like to say no. Playing the victim is so attractive because it allows us to bypass the weight of self-responsibility. So don't be surprised if you find yourself terrified of stepping up and reclaiming your power. It takes practice and courage. Number 9, repeat the following affirmations. Now, my church people, my religious people, we have prayer, we have decrees. Decrees are almost like affirmations. If you don't have a daily affirmation, I am amazing, I am beautiful, I am power, I am strength. If you're not empowering yourself with these affirmations daily, then start doing so. So, reclaim your personal power by... I gotta say this. The true word of God, the logos, is I am. I learned that before Egypt, and I learned it after Egypt. You saying I am, you giving strength to yourself, I am amazing. I am abundant of wealth and good health. It empowers you. You are now speaking to the universe and to the divine source, the Father and Mother God. Reclaim your personal power by repeating the following affirmations. For example, I can. I can achieve. I can get that job. I can become self-made. I will. I will balance this out. I will accomplish what I want to. I will achieve. I have the power to decide. I am strong and courageous. I embrace my strength. I love the person I am. I stand up for myself. I am responsible for my life. I am worthy of love and kindness. I am whole. Did you hear what I said? Start putting that in your daily affirmations. Make those your daily affirmations. If you're going through what you call depression, stress, start encourage yourself with the I ams. You want to know what God is? God is I am. The more you repeat these affirmations with sincerity, the more they will program your unconscious mind and therefore open your solar plexus chakra. Try starting each morning with one of these affirmations. For my family who's watching this tonight or this evening, starting tomorrow morning, when you wake up, grab yourself some tea before you go work, before you do your self-made work. I am strong. I can accomplish this. I will achieve. I embrace my strength. I love the person I am. I stand up for myself. I am responsible for my life. I am worthy of love and kindness. I am whole. The more you repeat these affirmations with sincerity, the more they will reprogram your unconscious mind and therefore open your solar plexus chakra. Let's go to number 10. We almost done. But even if this is an hour and some change, you have now a blueprint to start healing yourself if you need it. And this is what this video is all about. So hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, share this video. Number 10, laugh at yourself. Huh? The universe is humorous. You should be too. Laugh. When we can laugh at ourselves and find humor in life, we have power. Even the darkest periods of life can be infused with humor. Humor is a great source of strength and reminds us that life is always in a state of transition. Nothing ever truly remains the same. When we find humor, we find freedom. The more serious you are, the more disconnected you are from the source of power. Stop being too serious about yourself. Find room for humor. Laugh. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. He, he. All and all between. Now, number 11. I'll be right back for number 11. Hold on. I didn't go too far. Number 11, meditate with the following crystals, or meditate with crystals. I have rainbow fluorite. You can see this. And I have a very huge rose crystal. Crystals stay with me. I have crystals all around. Trust me. Do not sleep on the energy of crystals. Everything on this planet is a vibration, including the crystals. Get familiar with them. Now, it has a list of crystals that you can use. Use crystals as energetic totems that will help you harmonize your energy. Try meditating or carrying crystals such as amber, topaz, citrines, tiger's eye, and yellow calcite. It says, my favorite crystal is amber, which you can buy here. Free promotion again. So, let's go to number 12. Meditate with crystals. Remember that. Number 12. Oh, this is another great one. Let go of unhealthy attachments. My gosh. Let go of unhealthy attachments. There are some of you watching this and listening right now. Whether it's relationships, whether it's family, I said this before, you must let go of them. If it's toxic, it's going to keep being toxic. If you don't remove yourself, it's going to forever remain toxic. Let it go. All right? Like Keisha Cole said, let it go. Let go. Unhealthy attachments are tremendous sources of energy loss and are often responsible for solar plexus blockages and energy stagnation. Attachments can be emotional, mental, and also physical. We become attached to ideas, beliefs, memories, expectations, desires, fears, people, places, objects, and substance. Attachments are essentially forms of energy that become stuck in our bodies and minds. Sometimes these bits of energy become so dense that they result in dangerous addictions and severely limiting habits. The best way to break an unhealthy attachment is by asking yourself, and I quote, is this belief, memory, desire, object serving my highest good? End quote. The moment you can acknowledge that something in your life is detrimental is the point where you can begin the process of recovery. Letting go is about learning how to take care of yourself. Let me say that again. Letting go is about learning how to take care of yourself and find inner stability and security without the need for external crutch. Number 13. Take care of yourself every single day. Healthy self-esteem is one of the cornerstones of a lively solar plexus chakra. When you take care of your body and psychological health, your energy instantly becomes harmonized. Think about what areas of your physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual health you have been neglecting. Otherwise, consider what is causing you the most pain in your life and target that. For example, if you have been neglecting your body, it will manifest as aches, pains, and chronic illness. Remember, I said earlier, before you get the disease, you get the dis-ease. Your body will always let you know what's going on with you. If you have been neglecting your heart, you will feel constantly stressed, anger, or overwhelmed. Taking care of yourself is a form of self-love, self-care, and respect. Remember, no person can care for you better than you can. Can I get a witness out there? Remember, family who's watching, we're in an hour now. Remember, no person can care for you better than you can care for yourself. Only you know your deepest needs at any and every given moment. Number 14, I told you we almost done. How y'all doing out there? I appreciate y'all for watching. Learn to breathe deeply and take a step back. Woosah, right? If you struggle with dominating or controlling other people, learn how to focus on your breath. By breathing deeply and taking a step back, you can think realistically about the situation and person at hand. Focus on your breath will also give you the space to treat yourself with compassion and to understand that any form of ego inflation is a cry for love and attention. If you have a bully out there, that's the issue with the bully. The bully is going to be a bully because they're not getting that love and attention, and that's a cry for help for that bully. Are you that bully? Number 15, clear blocks with yoga. Yoga is a potent and elegant way to reset your body and any suppressed energy that may be stored away. For opening the solar plexus, try yoga poses such as the bow pose, upward dog, full wheel pose, and the breath of fire. Please note that when you try these yoga poses, you may experience waves of emotional energy. Don't worry, this energy is just being released as part of the clearing process. Now, yoga also means to yoke away. Practice yoga. Like I told you, even Jesus practiced yoga. Let's go on. Number 16. Do a solar plexus visualization. Imagine a throbbing or swirling ball of luminescence, yellow light in your diaphragm. Feel the ball of golden energy dissolving all blockages or aggressive flows of energy within you. Number 17. Oh man, we're getting closer to the end now. Engage your willpower by setting goals. Engage your willpower by setting goals. Overcome lethargy by making a list of 10 things you would like to accomplish and dedicate yourself to completing those things. This willpower list can be as complex or simple as you like. For example, you might want to improve your posture, get more sleep, start a new eating plan, track your expenses, or read a certain book. By setting clear goals, you will be able to exercise your willpower more easily. Number 18, cleanse the solar plexus chakra with essential oils. Use oils such as black pepper, cinnamon, rosemary, cypress, clove, and sandalwood. You can put these oils into an oil diffuser, rub them on your wrist in a diluted form, or wear them in a diffusing pendant. Finally, you can also try to hum Ram to yourself, Ram, or Om. The vibration of the sound match the vibration of the solar plexus. You know, you hear people say, See, when you go to church, you hear people say, Amen. Where they got that from is the vibration within when you're saying the O-M. Try it when you meditate and you'll see the power that it brings to you. The self-love journey is a sacred temple in which to fan the flames of your innermost heart and soul. Learn how to love your most broken, vulnerable, and traumatized parts. Now, I want to thank you for watching this presentation. Family, you may think that we are all different beings. Physically, it may look that way. But spiritually, we are a unified consciousness. One day, when this world and the people in it has had enough, we are going to get together in a unified consciousness, and no evil within this planet will be able to stop us once we come together. That is the only thing that's going to stop the chaos that is happening in this world, is us as a people coming together as a unified consciousness to defeat the evils and the PTB, also known as the powers that be. You may not want to listen to this and believe it, but there are people who knows the secrets to the Christ energy. They do not want you to activate it, because if you activate it, the powers that you have, oh my gosh, will be enough to stop the PTB and the evils that now govern this planet. You want to know what Christ is? Go within yourself. Know your worth. Stop putting yourself down. Believe in yourself. That's what time we're in now. You're looking for the Christ? Go within. The cosmic Christ is here in this age of Aquarius. Now, to my beautiful people, love, life, liberty. This is your world. You make the best of it. Hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned, please, to the Darius Corbin Mystery School. Peace.